Hey everyone, welcome to Ellis Mowers. I appreciate y'all watching as always. I just wanted to give y'all an update of what's going on. I haven't given just a general update of everything that I'm working on, mostly because I've been so busy that it's just been going in and out like crazy. Y'all have seen the YS 4500 riding mower. Y'all will be seeing the 165 John Deere, and a few others that I've revealed on the Instagram page, but I haven't revealed on the channel yet. So I have a lot of content. I don't know how many mowers I've sold so far, probably close to 20 push mowers and about 8 or 9 riders, which is far less than what I had at this point last year, but last year was a whole different circumstance and in many different ways. So let's go ahead, let me take you on a tour of what everything I got going on here. I have a confession to make first off. Y'all gave the input on the video about what engine should I put in this John Deere D110. The overwhelming majority of y'all said the V-twin. Now, when I started working on this today, I was very set on putting the V-twin on this thing. However, after doing some consideration, the V-twin is still on the table. I'm going to try one more thing first before I put the V-twin on it. Let me show you. I'm going to do a detailed video later on in the season about this D110. Super nice mower, 75 hours, 72 hours I think. What happened to it is that something in the top end here of the crankshaft is has let go and is binding up. Governor's good, camshaft's good, everything else is good on it. Internally, I was expecting to see shrapnel, but so like I said, something let go up here and I'm not sure what it was. So I was like, all right, I'm putting the V-twin in it, and then I remembered, wait, I have an engine block out there. Y'all remember that MTD Craftsman that I put the bad compression release in? Here it is. Has a little bit of rust on the inside of it. I'll have to clean that up a little bit. But I know the block is good on this. It turns freely. I can show you. It turns freely. Had to do a bunch of rust repair and whatnot. Rust remediation on the inside because I've had this thing sitting outside for months. Will it run? I don't know, but I'm going to give it a valiant effort. I have all day tomorrow once I get home from work to do it. I'm going to give my darndest a try, and that'll keep the original engine on this. Now for the V-twin lovers, I am not leaving you out. I promise you. I promise you that this V-twin is going to go onto something, and I've got one lined up, and I'll give y'all an extra treat for this because I asked your opinion and I'm not listening to it, but I respect it completely, and it's probably the logical choice for me to put a V-twin on that John Deere, but I want to challenge myself. And if it doesn't work out, it's going on there. So it's not fair to y'all because I gave y'all an option that I did not, or I chose an option that I did not present to y'all. So please forgive me for that. But we're going to put it on the Toro LX 427. This has got a bad Kohler Courage on it. I mean, it's just in pieces, blocks cracked. It is no saving that one because you don't save a Kohler Courage unless you're dumb or have a bunch of parts laying around. So that's what the V-twin's going to go on, guys. I have not forgotten about it. I'd have to do some wiring changes anyways, and so that'll make it easier. The reason why I want to do that, do the swap that I'm doing on this D110 is because I want to make it stock looks stock. I can still do that with a V-twin, but I want to challenge myself because I've never gone through the process of basically building an engine from scratch, and I know that some of y'all can respect that. The V-twin, like I said, is going to go on other things. So, what I currently have at home for sale, what am I repairing? Well, I'm repairing this Craftsman. This is mine, by the way. I'll try and reiterate what is mine and what's not. This is mine. I did a transaxle swap on it. I don't like the way that the transaxle that I put on it is shifting. I'm thinking about taking the transaxle off of that Craftsman that I just showed you out there. That's a hydro, and doing a gear swap to a hydro swap. Let me know if y'all be interested in that. I think it would be pretty easy. This lawnmower owes me, though. It's running and driving, though, but I don't like the way that it's shifting, especially in reverse, because it's an older transaxle. After I've put quite a bit of money, I've got more money than I really want to have in this. But like I said, it is a running tractor. I think I'm going to do the hydro trans swap because I think I have everything here that I need to do for it. That's basically it in the garage right now. That's kind of crazy, honestly. The wheel horse is going to be gotten to. That's going to be a fall project or something way later on down the line. So let's go out here. I got to go into the lean-to and everything. That's where most of the riders are. This one I got from my dad's friend. He upgraded to a Hustler Zero turn. Didn't need this anymore. Does not have a hood. Runs great. I did a repair on the deck. Not worth even, making a video on. This Toro, Casey Bullington actually requested that I do a clutch cable repair video. I filmed that today, Casey. It's coming down the pike. This one's running and cutting. It just needs to go back to its owner now. This Craftsman, somebody wanted to just simply try and get it running. I got it running for them. I just needed an extensive carb clean and a lot of carb work, a lot of time spent on this. It runs, it cuts, and that's what those folks need it to do. Doing a little bit more repair work this year than last year. It's okay. Just trying to expand my horizons, if you know what I mean, when it comes to repair work. Here's a few things that are also going to be coming up in here. I have two snappers still. These are my neighbors. This one right here I think has a valve seat issue. That one right there has at least a carb issue and a couple other things. I'll be getting to them later. Southern States. Gonna need at least a carburetor. Looks pretty decent. It's a 38-inch deck, but it's a newer model. Deck arm, a few other things. Shouldn't take too much. It'll need a blade and gauge cable as well. Yard machines, I think, needs a return spring. He said that it wasn't starting, so it may be a safety switch or starter solenoid issue or some sort of electrical connection issue. Probably pretty simple. Again, trying to get the expensive things out first. Craftsman in the back comes with a bagger. Needs an engaged cable, brake work, a couple of things with the deck, seized deck on it, like they all are. So that's about it. There's that tiller from 1975 I'm going to get going eventually, probably this winter. Some chainsaws I'll get to, some 2-cycle stuff I'll get to. This Lawn Chief, I wish I had a recoil for it because it runs, but I don't have a recoil for it. It's not worth getting a recoil for before I sell it. Out here, looks atrocious, I know. We're going to get to it, I promise you. I've just been inundated with stuff, mostly because I've done a lot of trades this year. Y'all saw my trade video about how I traded, like, one rider, ended up getting 7 deals out of it. That's mostly what I've ended up selling this year, was a result from those trade deals. So, again, this is the rear, and I want to take out of this Craftsman and put in that other green Craftsman that I'm having issues with. The Toro is going to get an engine swap. The Lowe's, one day. A lot of stuff on this back line is going to be one day eventually. Maybe that Murray will be coming up at some point. But like I said, it's going to be late in the season. All the stuff that I've got in there is going to be coming up first. Husky, I'm pretty sure, needs a compression release. And they said the variable drive speed pulley was going to be bad, or was bad on it. The Yazoo, I'll get to it, guys. I promise you. Picked up this big 46-inch Murray. The deck is kind of rotted out on it. But if I can get it running and cutting, it's probably a $350 to $400 mower, especially with the big wheels and tires on it. It'd be kind of nice. Craftsman is basically just good for the engine and transmission, unless I can find a deck for it and the hardware, maybe. And some of the stuff's parts mowers. A lot of that stuff I'm going to break down. This Craftsman right here needs a pulley because I fixed or changed the pulley out on it. And that Craftsman needs to be put together. So that's the update, guys. Just wanted to give you all a quick update of what's going on here. And thank y'all for all the support. And I appreciate y'all watching as always. We will, like I said, I can't apologize enough for the fact that I am not doing what I originally set out to. But guys, y'all know plans change sometimes. And truthfully, this is something that I want to challenge myself with. I think I can get this knocked out in an afternoon. If I can get this running and looking like an original D110, it's going to be worth just as much, if not more, than if I went through the trouble of trying to adapt that V-twin to it, which I know is mostly just wiring. But if I can do something where I just take off a bunch of parts, throw a bunch of parts on it, and be plug and play, that's what it's going to be. So I know a lot of y'all will support me and agree with me on that. The V-twin will definitely be going on something, though. I promise you that. I'm just going to try this route with the engine block and challenge myself, as opposed to trying to take what may be considered an easier route, since I have an engine block here that I can potentially save from it. So hope y'all understand. Thank y'all for watching. I know everybody's crazy busy. It's pretty much anything that I sell, I'm asking not astronomical prices, but like beyond what I would even think that I'm getting, and I'm getting a ton of hits on stuff. They're all selling within 24, if not 48 hours. Like that John Deere, I thought somebody was going to come pick up today before I listed it. He didn't. I'm going to list it tonight. Honestly, it's probably going to sell tomorrow. So let me clean up for the evening. I'll get this video up. Let me know what y'all think about my decision making on the D110 and a couple other things. And like I said, thank y'all for the consideration and all that good stuff, and voting on the engine. It shows that y'all are engaged viewers, and you know, you can't ask for much more out of viewers on the channel. So for that, I'm deeply grateful. And again, we might put the V-twin on it if this rebuild doesn't work out. But I want to challenge myself and see what happens with it. I appreciate y'all watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.